Hello my beautiful little muglets. So I wanted to kind of update you on my progress for Hunt 13. It's getting somewhat consistent. It's still like 50-50, but at least we can beat it every now and then. But something even more important I want to share with you in case you've missed it until now. So earlier today they released some developer notes which have some exciting changes for Hunt 11 through 13. So basically for stage 11 and 12, level 70 equipment will be decreased. But if you can do stage 13, you will never get a level 70 piece of equipment. That's pretty incredible. You'll also be guaranteed to get some crafting materials on the first drop, but then reforging materials will be given in the second wave. And I absolutely agree and support their decision to remove level 70 equipment. Yeah, I was a bit surprised to see, still level 70s even in 13. 12, I guess I could still kind of understand because it's not like the highest now. And so 11 and 12 will still have level 70s, just reduced, which is also cool. But if you can do 13, no 70s, which is amazing. It looks like we won't actually be getting more equipment reforging material. It'll just be like guaranteed, but over the course of a bunch of runs, it'll average out to be kind of the same as what we have already. We will not be getting these changes until April 30th, so still a couple weeks to wait on that. So if you're really on the look for 85s and, you don't have a ton of like stamina or sky stones to burn, then I would be a little bit more casual about farming hunts even if you can do 13. So yeah, that all sounds cool. I do kind of have one concern, although this is just a thought, and I don't know if it's actually going to be like that. Once they remove level 70 gear, does that mean we have a higher chance to get the other small rewards like energy, mystic metals, and all those other things, or will it be the case that if we would have gotten a level 75, it's basically just upgraded to an 85? I honestly don't know. I don't believe they said that in their developer note, so we're gonna have to wait for that. It is kind of a concern though. If level 70s just won't drop anymore, then that's a lot less gear you can sell and get gold from, so that might be a thing to think about, but I don't know. Yeah, all these little rewards down here. Here is the team. I know it is 3 limited exclusive heroes. Luna and Dian had pretty recent banners with them having guaranteed. So if you don't have them, then you must be a somewhat new player. Regardless, I'm sure there's a lot of ways to clear it. As told me, there are videos of people clearing it with nat 3s. I haven't actually seen them, but that sounds very impressive. Dian is unfortunately only 3 out of 6 awakened. I wasn't actually planning on raising her, but she's kind of the perfect fit here because I needed more damage, but also I needed a healer, but also it kind of needed to only take up 1 spot. Dian's kind of perfect because she can provide that attack buff, and while she can't really heal, she does have Rod of Amaryllis, so she can heal a bit and more or less keep herself alive. There is one interesting thing that I want to run by you, and that is the speed of Wyvern 13. I estimate he has approximately 245 speed. As you can see, my 245 Dizzy, sometimes she's faster than the dragon, sometimes she's not as fast as the dragon, which also means we have this random speed RNG that, I talked about a few times regarding PvP. So I was kind of thinking, should I make my Dizzy a bit slower so she doesn't attack the dragon before the dragon attacks? When the dragon's not at 100% HP, he can attack anyone. When he's at full HP, he will always attack the front line. When he doesn't have 3 debuffs, he'll attack whoever he wants under 100% HP. There's a lot of RNG with this team. I can imagine with like any team there's going to be a lot of RNG. One thing I did notice about the Wyvern is that, so up here it says he has 80% effect resistance, but that must be wrong because Dizzy misses debuffs way too consistently. She got them now, thankfully, but it's like 50-50 chance that she misses one or both of them. And my Dizzy has well over 100% effectiveness, so that I think shouldn't really be happening. I'm not totally sure about the complete calculations, but I just feel like that shouldn't happen. Dian actually usually survives decently well. Like I said though, I had to make her a lot faster, and I think that's super important for Wyvern, is having fast units. I wasn't able to clear this at all pretty much until I gave my Luna a speed set, speed boots. She still does good damage because the gear she had on before was a broken crit damage set accidentally, so that was cool. So yeah, 3 pieces of crit damage gear, so it actually wasn't doing anything. But yeah, increasing Luna's speed made her able to attack the Wyvern like 3 times instead of 2 times while he had his barrier up, and that was really the make or break thing. So ultimately, if we don't die to fireballs, we can 90% of the time kill his barriers, regardless if he gets 2 or 3 of them. Sometimes it does go to 3 and the runs just take forever, but ultimately when you're auto-repeating, you can just leave it there and do something else. So it doesn't really matter too much. And honestly, since Wyvern 13 is going to be getting better on April 30th, it's not really that bad that the runs are so slow and I fail half the time. Yeah, there's his third barrier. We just weren't able to get rid of that tiny piece of HP. Again, though, I'm quite confident that we can break his shield, especially when Luna's gonna do stuff like that. So yeah, that was that. We have 83 of these now. It doesn't seem like a lot, but we did already make a level 90 piece of gear. And I think we get enough to reforge once with just like the achievements you get from beating 12 and 13. I think it was Dizzy's, yeah. I made these speed boots 45. I know they're not that good, but none of my speed boots were, and I really just wanted to get Dizzy to 245 speed so I could see if outspeeding the dragon, even though it's still kind of inconsistent, would be, you know, good or not. It seems like unless she has her ult ready and outspeeds and gets the 2 debuffs, it's like worse that she goes first, because then the dragon's not at full HP and he can attack anyone. And if he like crits all 3 times, Luluka's definitely dead. Luna might be dead. And yeah, she has Sierra Ren equipped, 40% chance to inflict a random debuff. I'm honestly a little bit iffy, as really recommended it. Before this, I had her with Daydream Joker, just my level 18. I have a plus 30 on Luna. Here you can see her stats as she is also in the team. 185 speed. It was like 150 before, and with that speed, yeah, she could pretty much get only 2 attacks in with the barrier, and that wasn't enough. So 185 for her. There's the rest of her stats, so they're okay, I guess. Luluka has Kaladra equipped. Again, I think it's okay. Here are her stats. A little bit low on crit chance, honestly. I might want to try and work on that, but she's pretty fast, which is, again, is important. Has pretty good crit chance, crit damage. I mean, she has 132,000 CP. I didn't even notice that. Jesus Christ. That must be by far my highest. Yeah, Christ. Her effectiveness is only 45, so I understand when she misses some defense breaks. But like I said, Dizzy's is at 126, so she should never miss a debuff, and she does way too often. And then like I said, Dian down here, there she is. And yeah, here's her gear. I basically stole everything off of Crozet after stealing it off of Rowana. She originally had a little over 20k health, but again, I had to give her speed boots. No speed set for her. 182 I thought was maybe enough. I don't know for sure though. Perhaps a little bit faster would be good to cycle her skills and keep the attack buff going. Maybe at least a little bit faster than Luna, which she isn't anymore. So I might need to change that up a little bit. And yeah, like I said, I can't awaken her past 3 stars until tomorrow when the water dungeon is open, unfortunately. Skill enhance, I actually didn't do too much here. Got that 2% combat readiness. We are missing some Rings of Glory. Plus 3 on the barrier, and we got her 1 turn cooldown on Saint's Prayer, which is definitely important. Luluka is one of my very few fully maxed skills, plus 5 on everything. Dizzy just has her 1 turn cooldowns, and Luna is another one of my very few totally maxed skills. Maybe more speed for Dian, it's just she already has 83 speed without having a speed set. Yeah, the helmet's probably the only contender really, but then Dizzy's wearing my 14 speed helmet. But it's actually most of the time worse if Dizzy goes first anyway. I'm glad we have free gear removal right now. So Dizzy, you will get the 2nd fastest helmet, which I think is his 13 that Rose has on. Oh yeah, also I was messing with Raynon's Memorandum, because you get 1.4% speed per attack, and you know, Dizzy attacks maybe 3 or 4 times before we get to the boss, and with this equip, she is always first. So I mean, if your specific team setup on auto allows Dizzy to use her ult and then cycle back, so where she has her ult again on that first turn when you meet the Wyvern, then I think it would be good, because then Wyvern's first attacks, as well as hopefully all follow-ups, are going to be gimped. But I think for now we're just going to do that little change and see if that makes it any better. So Dian should be a little bit faster than Luna now, hopefully cycle that attack buff, but also again it is very slow, so if Dian can get off the attack buff before Luna goes, you know, I mean it sounds good on paper until I remember that Dian has a ton of self-combat readiness things going on, so her speed won't really matter past the first turn, because she's just going to be jumping all over the place every time she does a basic, every time she does her ult. Oh, now Dizzy is still faster, even with 2 less speed. Yeah, I mean, I guess 2 less speed isn't going to automatically. But yeah, the dragon hit Luna. Luna survived, thankfully. Probably he missed one of those criticals. And now she can do her ult and not attacking Luna again, which is good. Got the 3rd debuff, so Dian will for sure get targeted, which is fine. She is by far the most tanky. And also his fireballs won't deal as much damage. We also poisoned him. I guess one of the benefits of Sierra Ren, pretty funny. Yeah, his fireballs have sad damage with 3 debuffs. Also, of course, because he's attack broken and blinded. that helps as well. But yeah, if you can find a way to consistently keep 3 debuffs while having the power to clear his barrier, you got Wyvern 13, easy peasy. So I believe this is his second barrier. Let's see if we can kill him before he gets his third. And see, yeah, now Dian is going after Luna. So I guess her speed for that case didn't make a massive difference, but having more speed does mean she can cycle skills faster and have the attack buff up longer regardless. So I think it's good. Yeah, we got super lucky with this run, I'm not gonna lie, but it was nice. And we can easily kill him before his third barrier as well. I don't know if it was the extra like 8 speed we gave Dian, or or just RNG was in our favor for once, but there it is. Again, I know it's a team with 3 limited heroes in there. You won't be seeing guide anywhere in the title. Just some things I observed because I've been spending pretty much the whole day messing around with those 4. I also tried Bellona. She's just way too inconsistent. I even tried giving her this so, you know, she can maybe proc some targets for that extra debuff. It just wasn't working too well, honestly. That could be because she is on the slower side as well. I actually tried to make her a bit faster than she usually is, but still 158 might be a bit too slow. I think it's extremely important for Dizzy to be fast so she can cycle those debuffs. Your main damage dealer, in our case it's Luna, in your case it could be a Glorxa or whoever, they would need to be fast as well. Frontline / healer. Ultimately though, if you can get those debuffs consistent, he'll be doing pretty much no damage. But yeah, I guess that'll pretty much do it. Mainly wanted to highlight the changes that are coming with Hunt 13 and do a little personal update on my Hunt 13 progress. It's getting there, I would say. While we have free gear removal, I'm trying lots of different things, but it definitely is a pretty hard stage. Make sure to tell me what you think though in the comments down below. Leaving a like if you do enjoy is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.